Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Jakeem Grant now to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Jenkins on the
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
First down, Dolphins.
From midfield, here's Tua. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
To Albert Wilson.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Down, Miami.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The USC product, Sam Darnold, the number 3 overall pick in 2018, ready to go. Here's the Jets take over on offense.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. He did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball is supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
After the interception, here's Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. The 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Darnold's pass. Intercepted by the Dolphins.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, here's Breida. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Patrick Onwuasor on the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. And the Dolphin first down.
They run with Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Jason Sanders.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Nick Needham picks it off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter.
Dolphins 14, Jets nothing.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down and score. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sam Darnold.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 1:52 to play until halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
now on 2nd down. This is Gore. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Check 50, check 50.
Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Jets 3.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
From the gun, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Now it's Crowder. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 31.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
First and 10.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Here's Gore. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
A 3-yard loss brings up second and 13 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the whip. Check, check. Kill, kill, kill.
49, check 49, check 49.
Shoot. What, ladies?
Now on second and 13, Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
and that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
It's a gain.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brought down at the 30.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
No! He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Darnold's pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pick.
Again, Darnold.
Second and 6.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. To the air again, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second and
to throw again on second down. Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Terrell Basham leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Third and
out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
But it brings up fourth down.
Tua on fourth down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play.